G'day lads, MysticEye here. I'm back to playing Hand of Fate 2.
I have clawed my
straight
way
into it.
back beyond the 13 gates to this mortal realm.
Last time I did this one, the High Priestess, I didn't get enough of the special things that she wanted. What are they called? Blessings. Got it eventually. Have to have oh so many blessings in order for her to help me, and I didn't have enough, so go and try again, and hopefully it works. Oh, gone the wrong way. Yeah, okay, moving on. Humble Hammer.
If you
And
fail
off
to
we go.
take tokens with you, you will lose the opportunity to open new cards. Even so, too many tokens can weigh you down and make your challenges harder.
That's nice.
These challenges I present you, each one will hone your skills and prepare you for our final conflict. This empire will fall under proper guidance once more, and soon.
Alrighty then. I find it ironic that he's gone through all this. He's saying that he's going to make me stronger for a final conflict. Last time he did that, he lost to me. His outfit still looks weird to me though, because his outfit used to be like a really dark color, and he used to be in this like this great big open building, had like pillars and everything down to it. It actually reminded me a lot of the Manta Moria out of Lord of the Rings.
Who dares venture? None less than
I dare venture, and I dare venture not to. Oh. Excuse me, that was my face. It's the only face I have. I don't want. I just said I don't want to get hit. It's really slight looking nice. Or just a little bit delayed. Still. There we go, that's better. Ow. Wow, I'm not doing good this time. Okay, that's better. Okay, so note to self, sword will hurt my face. Do not let face get hit by sword.
Humility is the beginning of power.
In all seriousness, like, how can a hammer be humble? Yes, I will hit you in the face with humility.
Dice are a constant reminder of death. The singular is die, as I'm sure you know, and they are often called bones for the material from which they were crafted. Here, however, they may also bring a touch of life.
Actually, the plural of dice is die. Okay. Developers, were you aware of that? Dice is singular, die is plural. So, funny. And dig him in. Because I'm just so freaking nice. Oh, and it gives me one of those things too.
The mountain is unforgiving. You would
Oh,
not
yeah.
be the first to die upon its peak.
That's nice. Oh, come on. Who ever heard of a blizzard causing that much pain? Got out. Ow.
I understand your beginnings were humble, Even so, I'd hoped for better.
Oh, this is a different one. I thought it was the one I'd done before. If the Lord got wind you were short on your taxes, there would be trouble, says the Reeve. Mind you, I do not like this rock. Better you hand that over, than all your stock. What do you say? I'm not. That's a rare masterpiece from the belt, said the flustered rug merchant. As the altercation continues, you notice the Reeve's pouch hanging open. So you see it then, Merrick says with a grin. You know it's only stealing if you get caught. And screw it. Let's find out what happens. That's the spirit, he says. Now remember, the trick is to know when to stop. But if you're any good, you won't need to. You move behind the Reeve while pretending to admire the carpets on display. What the hell's a Reeve? As he continues to haggle, you slide your hand into his pouch. That sounds oddly sexual. Yeah, let's do it again. Let's try one more time. The thief's eyes glint in the sight of the gold. We will make a thief of you yet, he says as he plucks his share from your hands. Think of it as an investment. Meet me at noon in 2 days outside the city. We can talk more then. With that, Merrick disappears back into the crowd.
Nicely done.
Seriously? Ooh, fuck. You are alerted to the sound of shuffling footsteps. You can barely make out the silhouettes of the menacing figures who have invaded your shelter. They're not the sort you'd want to be in such close quarters with. Guess what, we got a huge fear we're gonna have to fight. That's alright, at least I don't have a chance of getting out of it without getting injured. Trapper. On the frozen plains, prey are few and far between. The keen eyes of a trapper sees all. Trappers throw hunting traps that snare their targets. Use evade to avoid the traps or change direction rapidly to break free.
Don't
Okay.
let them hit me! Ransom for violence.
I hit you with my humble hammer. Boo! Be humble, bitches. I don't know said that. Trying to make a joke about humility and forgot what it was saying halfway through. Yeah. Campfire, blah blah blah.
A grand opportunity for you to take whatever pleases you
Dogs, would you
and
stop
go
barking?
about your day.
Temple of Divine Providence provides blessings in exchange for a simple gold donation. I'll make a donation then, shall I? Which one do I want? Yep. Personally, I reckon this is one of the best blessings you can get. It's very useful. And Lucy is called Oh No. Awesome.
Old witches.
Blessed.
I have a fondness for them,
We've come so square
but I would not trust them.
So I just pick one at random and they're all good, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm sure to do. Ah no, what's that crap? Wrong button. It's also good. Buddy. Freaking blizzards. How many blizzards are in this place? Yeah, okay. You get a huge failure, you have a chance of being able to get through the whole thing without getting injured, and you still get points for fighting everyone, so I'm not really seeing a good reason not to do this. Plus fighting's way more fun than just sitting at this table all day. And hammer. My humble hammer. Speak softly and carry a huge piece of vine in the end of a stick. But do it with humility. You missed. Ow. Okay, that time you did. That time you did. I should take out this guy. You missed. You know, for guys who can hit with a really big hammer, yeah, that's really good. Ow. Haha, I shall break your metal. Ha. You need to be practicing your bolo there, mate. And the blizzard goes boy boy. As the blizzard eases, the intruders make their escape. Yeah, you better run. What's the camp doing?
Campfires will always offer warmth and heat, but they also change with each challenge. Be prepared.
Be prepared. I come in peace, he says. I make the pilgrimage to the High Priestess. I mean you no harm. Without waiting for approval, he slumps down beside you and warms his hands by the fire. Okay. Let's trade. Give me shit. Let's buy something. What do you got? You have a cardinal blade. And I don't have enough money for it. Can I sell shit? No, I like my hammer. I'm not selling my hammer. Buy food. I don't really need food. I've got plenty. Oh, I'm finished. Yeah, let's heal a little. And heal. And heal. And heal. And that's enough. And let's leave. You sleep for the long cold night. In the morning, you pack your things and continue your climb up the mountain. That's nice.
Wealth through exploration. We have many lands to discover, you and I. If you cannot make use of this, I will question your skills.
Okay. A traveling cartographer, in the process of making the first full map of the Empire, wishes to pay you gold for information on areas you have seen in your recent travels. I need not know every stream of stone that lies from here to the capital. I'm sure whatever knowledge you can provide will be of some worth. Okay. The cartographer listens intently as you lay where you can map out the neighbouring areas. You spend several hours in his company until he is satisfied that you have nothing else useful to add. What? I didn't get the thing. I also the thing. Give me the thing. Oh, that's weird. Make a donation. Yeah, it could be useful. You leave with your new blessing. Bye-bye.
Ever since I've returned to this world, I've been disappointed. The filth, the shame, the horrors dwell in the minds of men, not in the monsters in the darkness.
That's nice. West Wind's only tavern, the Rusty Razor, is a safe harbour among the many dangers of the outer reaches of the Empire. Its barkeep sits outside his establishment with a look of resigned defeat. Upon your arrival, he jolts straight up and a smile almost breaks out across his face. At last, someone from the guild is here. These Empire soldiers have almost ruined me. Before you can disagree, the owner swings open the saloon door and pushes you inside. Thanks a lot, jackass. Inside, you discover a handful of Empire soldiers enjoying ale rather than doing their duty. Yeah, duty. He said duty. I said duty 3 times. Okay, I'm done. The freshly invigorated barkeep hops onto a table and shouts above the noise. You lazy, drunken deserters are done! The Stewards Guild has sent an enforcer here and now you're all going to have to get back to your posts. This town needs defending. Yeah, let's get a bunch of drunk guys out there to defend. Good idea. One of the soldiers rises with a slight sway. We've got 3 days until our shift ends and we return to civilization. So we're not doing any fighting unless they threaten the supply of ale. Right, lads? A raucous cheer erupts and beer tankers smash together all around. So why don't you take your shiny little badge and shove off? Shove it somewhere. The barkeep turns to you. What are you going to do? I'm going to threaten him. That seems like a good idea. It is just with menace that the soldiers should report to duty, or they will report to the healer? I think it was that one. Nope, it was not. Redraw. That was that. I think it was this one again. Still wrong. Fuck! I won't be threatened by the likes of you. The soldier grumbles as he rises, followed by his friends. That's unfollowed. Takeover then drags the society, elevated to petty positions of power. Watchmen can block, greatly reducing incoming damage. Use bash to open them up for damage.
Just
Okay
once.
then.
Could we get a quiet?
You missed. With a gun. get back to work. As soldiers fall under yet another blow from your weapon, the leader shouts out, "Stop! Alright, we'll do our part. Just stop cracking our skulls." Oh, I'm enjoying it. I want to keep cracking. Ooh, to the crack.
Children.
Lost boy.
It's hard to conceive that either of us were ever
That's a
such.
shitty looking kid. I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him, says Mel Eclipse. So you can't throw him very far then. You consider the boy's face. I'll save him. Unsheathing my weapon, I demand I let the boy go. Yay. The Empire soldiers are unmoved by your threat. Really, did you not just see what happened to them? I beat them with humility. With my humble hammer. There's nothing humble about that hammer. Musketeer. Deadly at a distance, only the most skilled are recruited into musketry. Musketeers fire heavy attacks, defend with a shield, or else evade for your life. Well, I don't have a shield, so I'm going to evade. Missed. Ow. These guys are not good at shooting. Missed again. Boom. I just cracked my knuckles and it hurt like hell. Lost boy. Winter's Bane or Cardinal Blade? This one's new, so I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I don't want to equip it. I just wanted it. 3 food. 20 gold. As you check on the unconscious guards, you notice the boy looking at you warily as if sizing you up. Kid, you attack me, I'm gonna knock your ass off. Good. Nice.
A win here sets the tone
Okay,
for
that is
your
very clearly
challenge.
12, so why is it saying 18? That's weird. Babe, I'll take it. He fiddles with a little dried plant hung around his neck nervously. Okay, I will tell now. There was an Empire ambush on our village, and I ran with Mother. We got separated. He wiped some tears from his face angrily. But I'm not afraid. I'm of Clan Catsfoot, and we are great pathfinders. I will find my way home. The boy tells you what he knows of the area. I've been there most of it. I could guess what was there. The smaller northerner boy refuses any and all help. You can only wish him luck as his small form disappears into the forest. Now get to fame. Yay! One thing I like that they've done, every time in the first game, if I was going back onto cars that I've already been on before, this would cost me food every single time. But now, if I go onto ones that I've not been on, it doesn't cost me anything, which I actually really like. Only downside is that was also a good way to be able to heal quickly. Just to go back and forth between 2 spaces, just like that. Because you get 5 health for every food you eat. But now I only get health for every time I step on a new encounter card. So, it's both good and bad. Just depends on your point of view. A sudden blizzard slows your progress through Mount Freitas. The bitter winds pierce your skin like shards of glass. Ascendo.
careful how one deals with old magic.
Further on the round, the blizzard becomes so intense you barely see the thunder clouds engulfed in snow. An old lady beckons you in. I've received, sir, from my sister's whole blah 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 blah. I've read that one before. Oh yeah. Saw that. Heroic sacrifice. Prior to combat with 2 or more monster card, optionally discard a monster card but lose your companion for 3 turns. Okay. That'd be good if I'm ever low on health. You take a sip of the aromatic potion and feel a warm fuzzy feeling flowing through your body. Looks like my recipe for us is a success. I'm sure the High Priestess will appreciate this one. You thank the old lady and continue up Mount Freitas, paying no heed to the brewing blizzard. I can't pronounce shit today, what's going on? Really? Another freaking blizzard? Stop hurting me. Alright. And a little bit of stuff. Malcolm's forges for firewood saying the log is dry, blah blah blah, campfire, got it. Blessed Summit. Not yet. I need more blessing. Right away! Avalanche. Really? Hidden raiders, blah blah blah. Yep, raiders, I'll fight them. Moving on. No, I'll keep them. They're not that hard. The guy actually, he's not bad. In a fight, he can protect me so I take no damage from one hit, and he's got his little fireball magic spell, which actually works better than I originally thought.
Who dares venture against the amazing mountains and assistant?
Really? Look, mate, to each their own, but I'm not into that. Mom said not to wow. Ow. Bonus reroll. After all your rolls in a dice gambit, reroll your lowest dice. I already do that. Okay. Yeah, now I've got 6. Okay, I get it, thank you. 12. It actually is 12 this time, good. You seek shelter against a bluff. Seriously, what's a bluff? I still don't know. Pressing close to the rock face as the avalanche rolls up ahead. When the trembling stops, you are miraculously unscathed. And dig him out, and I get another blessing. Revive your companion at the beginning of each new map. Okay, he's not dead as much as I may want to kill him.
Mages are hard to eradicate at the best of times. We have our ways of hiding from the light.
Following Malakos's cryptic directions, many of which involve borrowing farm animals. Okay. You arrive at the edge of a vastly and lonely lake. There you uncover a cave entrance blocked by a stone door. We must seek out Ara of the Vale in the underneath, the bard had explained as he followed a frightened cow around the previous night. Okay. Why? Malaclips drops his wine bottle nervously and pauses a loud and hearty laugh, completely ignoring your question. Gee, I think something's up. The bespectacled ogre manning the door to the underneath doesn't look up from his book as you approach. 10 food items per entry, he grunts. Metalclip scoffs. Robbery! If you're trying to hustle us, sir, I'll have... Bloody dogs. I greatly dislike those dogs. If you're trying to hustle us, sir, I'll have you know that I can shoot lightning from my fingertips. And I can shoot fireballs from my ass. Moving on. The doorkeeper sighs. Times are hard for us all, Mal. You'll see when you get in there. Yeah, fine, I'll give you food. I've got plenty. The ogre places his book down, and with a mighty push, the stone door rolls open. I'll lose 10 food. A narrow tunnel takes you down deep below the earth, opening into a vast limestone cavern. Twinkling on the edge of an underground lake lies this small shanty town, red lanterns lining the quiet streets. Malaclips leads on. Welcome to the underneath, coin slave. I'm going to slap you if you keep calling me that. Since that bothersome Empire edict, we've had to hide away in places like this. This used to be quite a hub of activity, but now... He surveys the silent streets grimly. I guess the Empire is increasing its forces. A few mages eye you suspiciously as they pass by. Peruse the stores. Okay. Among the abandoned stores you find an ancient-looking shop front. Through red lantern light you read Lilith's oddments, used stones, directions. There are also signs pointing out a path to curses, blessings. I'm guessing if I wanted to, I could go to blessings and get one if I needed one for the mission, but I don't. Lilith's oddments is giving me used stones and directions, and I suppose I need directions to this so-and-so of the Vale. Malakib sniffs and backs away. I'm not landing there after I saw all those stupid pebbles. You're just a moron, aren't you? With a jangle, you enter the dusty store. You find it filled, shelves, baskets, glass cases with rocks of various shapes and sizes. The wizened shopkeep Lilith peers over the counter at you. Inquire about used stones. He waves his wrinkled hand in his wares. You see baskets of giant bowls, smooth pebbles, and tucked away in the corner, a basket of rings. Buy a stone that Lilith recommends for 20 gold. I'll buy a ring. What? Those old things, Lilith scowls. I would give them away for free if they weren't bound to me. I need your blood, if you wish to take a ring. Okay, I'm kinda curious. The old man pricks your elbow with a shard of green glass that allows the blood to drip into a vial. Satisfied he's collected enough, he hurls the vial into the earth. He pricks my elbow. What? 10 life, 5 life, 5 life, that's okay, that's not much. Feeling lightheaded, you pick your ring from the basket.
Valuable for purely financial reasons,
you have
if
more
nothing
blessings and
else.
curses. Any number of rings can be equipped at one time. Okay. That's kinda cool. Do I really want a stone? Yeah, okay. Really? Nope. Yay! Leelitz hands you rough cream-coloured stone fleckled with purple crystals. It's edible, you know, he croaks. The purple part tastes like pies and sunshine. Rock part doesn't taste quite as good. What does sunshine taste like? So that's good for food then. I mean, 12 food for 20 gold, that's not bad. And I'm done. Directions. Nearest fight is... The wrinkled shopkeep unrolls a dusty map. Trader, fight. I'll go with the fight, I don't really need to trade anything. Leo appears at the med, dusting past with his shaky, freckled hands. No blood will be shed around these parts today. A terrible shame. Oh, where's the new trader? Ah yes, there is one here. He draws an ancient figure to a spot on the map. General store. Oh look, the general store. Isn't that convenient? Guess that's it from you then. Bye bye. Enter the Devil's Ears Tavern. Malaclips breathes in their heady scent of berry wine, smoke, and feathers. Ah, the Devil's Ears, my home away from home. He pulls out his lute and leaves to serenade the pretty bartender. She tries her best to ignore him. You survey the bar. A group of burly ogres crowds a too small table. Meanwhile, a giant fleshy eyeball floats somberly by the windows. Approach the ogres, because, you know, that's what you want to think. The ogres are arguing jovially about winnings. They seem to be caught up in some kind of dice gambling game. Can I play? The largest ogre throws you the dice and pulls out a shimmering scroll containing the blessing you're paying for. These cards will be put back on top. $18. I have to get 3 6s in order to get that. Oh, I've already got that one. So, no. The ogres are arguing jovially about winnings. They seem to be caught up in some kind of dice gambling game. I just read that for the second time and I don't know why. Buy a round of meat for 8 gold. Sure. As the ogres sink their drinks, they warm to you. The dealer reduces the dice game target by 2. So can I just keep doing that? Apparently. Well, that's all I can do because I'm out of money. It was at 16, so now I'll be at 12. Yeah, screw it. Give it a go. Okay, so I bet that one I get one of these if I win. Okay then. So that's the one I get, and these are the ones I'm gambling. I'll bet this one then, because I never have to revive him, and if he does die, I'll probably cheat. The ogres shout and slam their fists on the table in cheerful rhythm while you prepare the to roll the dice. And... Yeah. Sweet. Okay, again, that's clearly 8. Not. This dice thing very confuses me. If anyone knows a bit more about it, could you please explain it to me? Because that is very clearly a 1, a 3, and a 4. With drink placating them, thankfully, the ogres do not protest their loss with violence. The dealer raises the dice gambit target by 2. Score the exact target value in a dice gambit to draw 3 from guns and discards card. I just did that. Oh. And screw you. Approach the floating eye. Let me guess, it looks at me. The creature watches you approach with interest. A smile breaks out in the knot of flesh at its base. What the hell kind of flesh is at the base of an eyeball? Would you care to dance, small one? Again, it's a talking eyeball. Asked to trade. This is an item that I kept from the last warrior I ate. Lovely. Bastion of Purification. What would you offer in return? You can have my winter's bane. Interesting equipment. Yes, that would be a lovely addition to my collection. Oh, I have a shield, which I don't use. Ask what it is. The creature chuckles and the flesh tendrils on its underbelly shake heartily. That was funny, apparently. Ask for a dance. It is a slow, circling dance, the creature humming an old harpist song all the while. After some indeterminate amount of time, the dance ends. Ah, the creature sighs. That took me back to my youth. Okay. Leave it be. And now I'm leaving. And now I gotta find Ida. Malaclips leads the way through the dim, lonely streets to Ara's house. You can hear screaming coming from within. Yippee! A woman in robes adorned with silver ornaments greets you at the door. Merc said you would come begging for help. Regardless, you are late. Malaclips bows with a grin. I have an illness I'm hoping to purchase a cure. Ara of the Veil frowns a bit. before nodding and letting you into her house. You enter the sitting room and the source of the wailing is made clear. A man is locked up in a cage, crying in fevered agony. Sores of corruption fester on his body. Without warning, she opens the cage and the man rushes at you, but with surprising strength, Ara subdues the mad, writhing creature. This is the mage Cohen. He thought he could fight off the corruption, but he could not. Ara watches Malekith's carefully as Cohen cries get more and more guttural. What should I do with him? The bard looks away, disgust and fear on his face. He appears close to passing out. If the guy's in that much pain, then I'll kill him. Ara holds him down, you end the mage's life. With that dealt with, Ara begins tinkering out of tables strewn with dead and shiny things. I do have a cure, but as you know, nothing comes free with our kind. She taps silver dust from a bottle. Save the stolen mage children from me, and I will give you the cure.
Still, what secrets does your companion hide from you?
A lot, I'm sure. Those Empire bastards have taken them to some walled fort in the docks of the city. And you better hurry, Ara smiles at Malekith. That illness can't be held at bay much longer, I'd wager. The bard ignores her gaze. What is the illness? He laughs. Ara laughs. He hasn't told you, then it's not my place to say. But know this, friend of Malekith's, if he doesn't find a cure soon, you're in grave danger. Why am I in danger? Is this freaking disease? Nonsense, Malekith stands, unstoppering a wine bottle nervously. Where do you keep getting wine bottles? How many of them are you carrying? And you better hurry, smothered that. How do you know him? It was my lovely when I was young and stupid. Burn. Nonsense. Why, I'm luring at all ages. You'd be glad to have me still. Ara gives Malekith a severe look and he bolts, carrying in his seat. And now I'll leave. I'll leave the whole thing. She finds me again, but for what? Mal? The bard turns around. You catch a glimpse of hope in his eyes. She avoids his gaze. Take the children to the man near Forest Ford. Ford. It sounds like someone's sneezing. I lost wood. They're on an orphanage. I fear it is no longer safe here. Shit, no shit. Another freaking blizzard. Cha-cha.
You strike me as the type who would put themselves in harm's way for the benefit of others. Yet, perhaps you'd rather have someone else sacrifice themselves.
Would you shut up, mage? Thank you. As you approach the sewer building, flames and smoke billowing out of its upper room windows. A crowd has formed outside, passing buckets of water between one to temper the blaze. As you push your way through the crowd, you see a woman frantically pleading to the villagers. Please help, my family is in there. Anyone, please help. And I shall let Malekith do it, that'd be funny. No, he'd sit there drinking and they'd all die. I'll brave the fire myself.
The wheel is one of my favorite innovations. It combines many different elements of our game into one.
Phew. One toll. I guess I'll go with that because I don't know what it is.
Excellent. A wise decision.
Okay. Through a haze of smoke, you find the woman's youngest daughter crying under a bed. You coax her out, scoop her up, and carry her out of the blaze. A villager rushes to your aid. Thank you, brave adventurer. I can take it from here. But be warned, the building is not safe. It will soon collapse. The woman embraces the child and tells you one more. That's more. My husband, did you see my husband? He's still in there. Please, please help. Again then, I guess. So I want the toll then. So, toll. Ah, crap, I missed it. I can do it again. Okay, so it stops 2 beforehand then. So try and land on the first toll. It should go to... Ah, crap. Oh, they did.
Oh dear. Move faster next time.
Shut up. Gotta get the man out. He's in there. He's burning, and I'm sure that sucks. So. Oh, come on. The design and craft the big Buffy gives away any renewal blocking your path. Returns him back into the building. Ouch. Thank you. If it went backwards to the freaking huge fail, I wouldn't be pissed. Yes, finally got it. You tell me you have the sun in there, I'm throwing it all back in. I literally just bought out your husband. What the hell? Is this one broken or what? Piss off. Toe. I missed it. Failures aren't bad, I just get hurt. I'm pretty sure by this point I'll be dead back home when I start falling. Why do I keep doing this? Oh, bollocks. What's it do? It's gonna hurt, isn't it? Eee. Okay, so huge failure kills the people that are still inside. General store. Food, healing. Get some healing actually, I'm almost dead. I've only got 7 health, never mind. Can I sell shit? I'll sell you. What's Ruby Ring do? It's not much use. I haven't even gotten to my maximum health. And now I've got money. I shall heal. I don't remember what happens in the last encounter on this map, so I don't know how much health I'm gonna need, but I guess we'll find it. Boing, bing, boom. The winds clear, the dark clouds are revealed in the spire of a ritual warehouse protruding from the summit. You press on through the thick snow to find the wooden structure adorned with spoils of war. Enter. As you enter the Grey Hall, the towering arch doors swing open with a heavy creak. A giantess in a velvet robe enters accompanied by raiders. Who dares enter my house, enter my blessed house of prayer, she bellows. I hope for your sake you have a decent offering. You kneel before the High Priestess. Bitch, I've got 8. The offering will suffice, says the giantess, but if you seek to make a deal on behalf of the Empire, you must prove yourself against my champion. Okay. Her raider charges towards you. One-handed weapons are recommended against ultimates. You can change your weapon in the inventory. Okay. Well, I've only got a 2-handed weapon, so humility. And now let me use my hammer. Let me use my hammer to humbly hit you in the face. Champion. Fierce lord and relentless. Champion of the High Priestess. Berserker weapons are imbued with ice that slows your enemies, that slows their enemy movement and attacks. So for me then, if he hits me, I'll go slow. You missed. You do that a lot. These guys' attacks are weird because I can't count them, but if you hit by them, they sort of cancel. Reason why single-handed weapons I recommended is because A, they're faster than two-handed, but I can also use a shield as I'm doing it, and I think if I had a shield I'd be able to deflect these attacks rather than just absorbing them. Just jammed my hammer in his face. And this is supposed to be a peace summit. Yes, let me peacefully kill you. Logic. Or lack thereof. You've done well, now hear my terms. The High Priestess draws herself up, a towering figure draped in fur and wrath. The North will never bend to the Empire. Blood for blood for blood. These are my terms, small one. That your leaders hear it and quake. With that, you make a quick descent to relay the message back to General Brainston. It's not terms, he basically just told me to fuck off.
You have the way of this challenge. It is early yet.
Dark Grove King Shrine. No idea what the shrine is. Bing. For successfully stealing all of the Reeves gold, I get caravan robbery. Bing. For clearing out the rusty razor, I get a friendly innkeeper. That's nice. Bing. For convincing Ara to help Mataclips. The stolen ones. Rescuing the kids, I guess. Okay, cool. Now I've got the gold one for that. And now the next one will be the Empress. So, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm not going to ask you to like, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. I'm going to ask you to please comment down below and let me know what you think. This is MysticEye. I'll be seeing you.